Hi, it is iYikkam time again. So one of our Wing Chun friend messaged me asking me, why is Wing Chun so messed up today? And so I'd like to share with you why. The reason why Wing Chun is so messed up today is because we mess it up. We, yes, we, okay? Including me, okay? Well, if I don't screw up more than a lot of people, I will not be able to share with you the following, okay? And everybody will screw up, but the key is to change, right? The number one issue why Wing Chun is screwed up is because we don't have good educations. We don't have it. So compare with, say, physics, okay? Physics, the physics department in every university, they're teaching you Newtonian physics, and everybody have a standard which is based on Newtonian, okay? Wing Chun doesn't have that, and Wing Chun doesn't have the educations like in the university to teach one how to think objectively and scientifically. So the following two issues is two key points where big time Wing Chun is screwed up, okay, or mess up for all these years, for hundreds of years, okay. The first thing is ignore the ancestor, take one as the truth, okay. Ignore the ancestor, take oneself as the truth. That's number one, okay. Number two is ignore the law of physics, take one as the truth. So with these two, you can go check around the history of Wing Chun and study this past few decades of Wing Chun. You can see all kinds of stuff based on these two, okay. So when one ignore the ancestor and take one as the truth, one actually do not care for what the history present, okay, but taking one's idea, using the ancestor's name to promote one's own idea, okay. For example, I give you an example which is I often face, okay. Say I'm from iYikkam lineage, right? So my sifu all from Cho family and so forth, right? Okay. So you can see often people will say, oh, the Cho family Wing Chun is from where? It's from Mang, from Tai Fa Ming Gam. They post in the Facebook or everywhere this way, okay? From the Mang or the Tai Fa Ming Gam. And I'll say, no, based on evidence, it is from iYikkam, not Mang or Tai Fa Ming Gam, okay? Then the reply will be like this: show me what is your position in the family trees, okay? And then, oh, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. My sifu teach me that way. It's from Tai Fa Ming. And then the Cho Da saying is taught by a monk. Okay? And then say, look at the history, okay? The facts. And he said, show me, you know, you talk about this anti-Qing and so forth, show me. Okay? So whatever it is, it got nothing to do with technical or showing evidence anymore, like in the school, we do it scientifically, objectively. It's become a personal attack, okay? So that is the strategy. Show me your family tree, show me your proof of the iYikkam is anti-Qing, all kinds of stuff. We raise any kind of stuff, but it doesn't get into the core of the issue. Well, in fact, if you really treat it like a study in the university, first you check multiple data. Oh, from this guy in the past, this guy in the past, which is not related or further related on the history. You see the data point, you know it is iYikkam, it is not Dai farming, it's no Mang there. Okay, and then you can check, oh, based on the Choi Lei Fat at that era and the anti-Qing at the era 1850, then you can get data points, say, oh yeah, you know, this is in the kit of iYikkam teaching and the salutations, this is verified by the Choi Lei Fat. Close case closed, right? But it's not going that way. It's going my Sifu teaching this way. This is the way. Okay. So, are you serious? Are you just based on the ancestor, or are you based on your own self? Okay. So one of the mess up is like that. Okay. They always say, oh, show me your family tree, this is what my Sifu told me, and then they attack you, and all kinds of things getting personal. But they will not be able to think clearly on show data, show evidence. But when you show them evidence, they say, hey, why are you having the last say? In the real life, you go to engineering school or any design review in the Silicon Valley, or any study of physics and everything, people present data. And the guy who presents data is not arrogant, is not have the last say. He just present, there's the facts there. But a lot of people don't think that way, because in the world, it's just like in the spiral dynamics. It's only purple and red. It never understand what's going on in the yellow. Okay, so that's the issue. Educations and the thinking, because never trained in the thinking, and let's get into all this kind of thing. Okay, so number one is ignore the ancestor, present one's idea as the truth, and using the ancestor as the promotion, because you say, you know what, I'm from this ancestor, this is grandmaster. But then they present what they think. It's not what the fact is, not what the ancestors say. Okay, so that's number one. It screw everybody up. Number two is ignore the science. Okay, ignore the evidence. Ignore even it doesn't work. For example, we know Wing Chun, everybody said Wing Chun is a sticking body short strike. It's a short strike. It's a southern sticking body short strike. But then you ask them, how come this is a long fist? He said, what long fist? What sticking body short strike? This is based on my lineage. The grandmaster, this way. Okay? They won't go check into like the general Qi Ji Guang writing and other writings, study into that, the facts of the technology of the Chinese martial art, they won't study into that. And they do not verify that with the like the Qi Ji Guang momentum and so forth with physics or biomechanics. They just say, hey, this is the grandmaster teach me this, okay? Well, that's why Wing Chun is messed up big time, because it's a short strike, and if you keep doing a long fist and you have no idea even for the mechanics, you don't check it with the physics and biomechanics, it's not going to work. So with this two key mess up, you can predict Wing Chun is going to go down to the tube big time if we don't change it. Now, is other martial art follow those paths? To an extent. Maybe, slightly, but not this big skill. If you look at, say for example, Kyokushin, okay, Kyokushin history. If you check from early 1970 to early 1980, this period of time, you see how Kyokushin is evolved, okay? All the mechanics, and you see in the like the world tournament, world open tournament 1, 2, 3, you see the techniques changing, evolving, okay, all physics and so forth, okay. It doesn't have this I'm the truth, ignore ancestor, I'm the truth, ignore the law of physics or mechanics stuff. They know quite clearly what they are, like the Kyokushin. So they tailor their momentum and so forth. And of course, you know, in Western boxing, you see things evolve too. And people know exactly what they are doing scientifically. Okay? So it boils down to education, and it boils down to this two crazy stuff. Okay? I am the God. Okay? And I belong to this ancestor. Like for me, you know, Yikkam teach me this. But is that what Yikkam say? No, it's what I say. It's not what Yikkam say. In fact, I might not even know what Yikkam is teaching. The second thing is the same. This is my way of Wing Chun. Does it fit to the physics or the technology itself? No. It doesn't mean anything at all. It just means is my idea, okay? So there's no objective verifications. It is a case of death if one do not have these objective verifications. Well, can everybody be wrong? Sure, that's why I told you. Even me mess up. I messed up a lot of things and still will mess up. But then because of the objective thinking and scientific thinking, we change ourselves, okay? We know when we mess up, we say, well, okay, we mess up, we admit it. Okay? So that's how it is. Okay? However, as what I get rid of all this lineage and all this thing, and I want to get into the, you know, I'm doing education way, is this. Number one, face it, Wing Chun is a money-making industry today. You like it or not, it's a business. Okay? And we don't want to change it, and we cannot change it. This is a reality. What we face is reality. And under those conditions, it's like business, running business is all like you expect me to pat your back and you will pat my back, those kind of stuff. Okay? If say, like for example, this Yikkam issue, right? The Cho family ancestor issue, I say, well, that's from Yikkam, not from Tai Fa Min. You can see right away everybody will attack me saying that, why do you have all your say? Why do you boasting yourself, blah, blah, blah. In fact, I just present you evidence. Okay? So the expectations like this, expectations like whatever the other party say, you say, yes, you're right too. Okay? You're right, you're right. Oh, you have your way, I have my way. If other people is improper, you say, oh, that's your way, this is our way. Okay? Well, that's how a big part of the community is like that. And once that happens, you know who gets screwed? The guy who pay the tuition fee and the guy who really have the heart want to learn Wing Chun, and the next generation gets screwed. Because when we ignore the what really happened with the ancestor, and we ignore what is happened, you know, like with the physics and the biomechanics, that means we are so selfish that because of ourselves, we can screw the ancestor, we can screw the next generations for just a praise from other people. When you discuss Wing Chun, say, oh yeah, you're right too. Yeah, yes, this is a good point. This is a good point. But it messed up the whole history, because when people come down, imagine if the physics of Newton, everybody said, oh, this is right, this is right, this is right. And today you sit down here, you know, if that happened, you look, huh? Which one is proper? Which one is actually the teaching of Sir Isaac Newton? And you want to waste a lifetime to find out what the basic of the Sir Isaac Newton teach. How much time you're going to waste? And if we don't have the basic, how can we find out? So, if you want to know what I think about what messed up Wing Chun, this is what I found. Okay, nobody's God, but unless the objective scientific way put into the system, you guarantee that thing is going to mess up. Okay, and the bar gets lower and lower, lower and lower. You guarantee it get messed up. In order for Wing Chun to proceed better, in the good, healthy and strong, the standard, the bar has to raise high, objective have to pump in, scientific have to pump in, education have to pump in. Then at the end, everybody benefits because you have a good, high quality art. Otherwise, it's going to go down. The Wing Chun followers screwed, and people laugh at you. Like the MMA guy laugh at you. Are you serious? Like my friend from Western boxing and Kyokushin laugh when after he watched the Ip Man 3 movie. Are you serious? You're going to fight Mike Tyson that way? Is that Wing Chun? So that's what you're going to face. So this is to share with you today. Okay, so as what I say, I'm no God, I screw up too. But because I screw up, I know why it can be screwed up.